What's up, guys? Welcome back, and I'm feeling great today. So today, we're just gonna play some Hearthstone and talk about things, and yeah. So I'm super duper hyped over Overwatch, and it's gonna come out really soon. I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to get into the beta. You will see that we recently changed the channel art to some Overwatch kind of a theme, so I'll be doing a lot of that once that comes out into beta. And yeah. I've been saving up gold for when TGT hits. Today, it is August 22nd. It hits in 2 days, on the 24th, the day that school starts again, which is kind of unfortunate for me, but still, comes out, finally. So I've been kind of saving up gold over a couple weeks here. I've got 675 gold so far over some arenas and just completing quests. So that should be enough for about 7 packs. I'm going to get another 20-ish packs once it hits, because I can't buy any more packs in the shop under TGT until it hits. I can't pre-order more than one thing. I would love to, though. So I'll probably be purchasing around $20 to $30 of packs once TGT hits, along with the pre-order that I've already got going there. Yeah, so today I'm basically just going to complete quests. I'm just going to try to get this 60 gold Warlock quest completed in my ongoing Arena Warlock run. The arena that I already had going here, it's decent. It's quite, it's kind of lackluster, honestly, in my opinion. It has a lot of demon synergy, but our curve is kind of bonkers, so, basically, how this deck works is if we get to turn 3 and we still have board control, then we win the game. That's how this deck works. The main way you win with this deck is to draw in-game bosses and 2 drops by the time you get to turn 2 or 3. And that is not very good odds. So we're just going to cross our fingers and hope that we can get off some really crazy Voidcaller Doomguard synergy in the late game. And not be too far behind for that to even matter. So yeah, with Overwatch, I'm really excited for it, like I said. And one of the main characters that I really am excited to play is Tracer. She looks really fun. I've always been a fan in TF2, which you don't know what TF2 is. It's very similar to Overwatch. It's actually quite similar to Overwatch. It is published by Valve, who are the makers of Steam. You'll probably know what Steam is. And I play a lot of games on Steam, and I also play a lot of TF2, and one of my favorite classes in TF2 is Scout, and Tracer is a lot like Scout, so that's why I'm very excited for Tracer. Oh, this is a horrible hand. Oh, horrible hand. This is why this deck is 2-1 right now. If I drafted a couple more 3-drops, and not been greedy, I may have gotten farther. But I was greedy with this arena run. I think I picked a Doomguard over like a, not over a Spider Tank. I think I picked a Doomguard. I want to say over a Raging Morgan in one of the drafts. So, I mean, probably could use the Raging Morgan, but that was early on in the draft, so I didn't know I was going to be in that much of a dire need of 3 drops. So, this is one of the best starts you can get with this deck. Then we're just gonna have to point out the Voidcaller, I suppose. Then we're just looking not draw any 4-drops. Classic. What will make you really angry is if I didn't draw any 4-drops. Just drew all the 4-drops at the beginning of my opening hand. I had to mulligan out. I got a decent hand after that, and then just beautiful. So yeah, one of the things that game mode wise in Overwatch, I'm really excited for the kinds of game mode options that we're going to be able to think about here. One of the main game modes that I'm really excited for, and I believe they've already announced, is a payload type game mode, because my favorite game mode in TF2 was always payload. And I always thought it was really, really fun playing Payload because there was so much teamworking going on. And I think that's going to work really, really well in Overwatch because Overwatch is reportedly going to be so based around teamwork. So I'm very, very excited for that. I kill that so it doesn't kill the Doom Guard when he pops out. Then do that so that we can get the Volcanic Drake out after this non-mission eventer. Actually, even if I do play this, this is still better because if he has Wrath, he's just gonna, yeah, so this is better. Like, so I think Payload will work really, really well in Overwatch, and I'm very excited to play Payload. The highlight videos for that are going to be hilarious and awesome once they come out. I'm also extremely excited, and on a more recent note, because Overwatch is still a little ways away, I'm very, very excited for TGT, and I hope that it doesn't shake up the meta too much, because you need, okay, I want it to shake up the meta, but at the same time I don't, because the meta, like, the metagame in Hearthstone with TGT coming in and all this stuff, it's going to create an artificial meta, and it's going to make it real, real slow down. And then once we come out of that artificial meta, it's just going to be aggro again. So, like, I mean, I guess an artificial meta isn't really shaking up the meta. In fact, it's, like, not shaking up the meta at all. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is I really want it to get rid of aggro. That's what I'm trying to say. I really don't like aggro. I want control to be the predominant thing, and I also want there to be cheaper cards you can craft that makes control viable. I think that's one step of the way towards what you need to do. I think one of the main reasons that aggro is so prominent in the meta is because to early players, it's very, very cheap to craft and very, very easy to make and good. So one of the main steps you need to take when trying to get rid of aggro in the meta is you need to say, okay, design team, we need to stop making all these really good control legendary cards and start making some like the Kraken, the common Kraken card, the 9 mana, 9/7, deal 3 damage, but make them higher value, make them better, to where newer players can get those cards easily so that we don't have to implement all these OP control cards, because the problem is going to be once Anchor's out of the picture and out of the scene, control is going to be super, super OP and good. And then once aggro's not there, control's going to take out all the aggro cards that are going to make aggro not as good against control. And aggro's going to say, oh my gosh, they're gone. And then aggro's going to come back. And I think one of the ways to fix that, I always try to recombobulate. I think one of the main ways to fix that is going to be to give better control cards for new players. Because then the new players are going to say, wow, it's way more fun playing control. And then the aggro never comes back after that. I think that's like the main. This is the second time today I've gotten a Murder the Ogre off a recombobulator in this arena. The last match I did in this arena that I won, I got Murder the Ogre from recombobulating my Priestess of Elune, and it happened again. That's the best thing Mad Bomber could have done for me. Thank you, Mad Bomber. All hail Mad Bomber. He is now our Lord and Savior. So yeah, we normally win if we can get to the Demon's Energy part of the deck. If we can get past the early game. So, we did it. Oh, so also one of the I'm gonna talk more about TGT. So one of the most exciting cards that I'm most excited for in TGT is going to be. I gotta think here because there's so many exciting cards in TGT. Oh, not even good ones, like exciting for different game modes, like arena and things like that. Oh, I gotta think here. Oh man. Okay, so this is gonna make me look like a real noob. I can't remember the name, okay, but the new Shaman Legendary. It's like it's a 6-mana 4/4. I can't remember the name yet because they're all new cards. Once it comes out, I'll remember the names again. But the new cards, the Shaman Legendary, the 6-mana 4/4 Legendary that makes all the minions in your hand and deck +1/+1. That is the card I am the most excited for. And a lot of you can go, what? That card is not even that good. And a lot of people already explained it's not that good. And I know it's not that good, but it's an exciting card, okay? So that's why I'm excited about it. So, yeah. Super duper excited. So when TGT comes out, I'm also planning on making a highlights video. The highlights video is going to consist of my first couple of matches with the cards and different decks. So what I'll probably do is I'll have one match for each deck. Well, I'll do more than one match for each new deck that I'm wanting to try from TGT. But I will only put one of the matches into the video. Probably one of the later matches, because then I'll have a better idea of how to work the deck. So we'll have one Beast Druid matchup, because I'm really excited for Beast Druid. We'll have a mid-range Shaman matchup with some of the new cards, because mid-range Shaman is going to be pretty fun after TGT comes out, because Shaman's getting a big buff. We'll have some Control Paladin, actually, because Control Paladin seems like it might be kind of good and fun. What are the decks? I'm trying to think. Inspire Mage. Inspire Mage could be pretty interesting to try out. I'm gonna have a Justicar Trueheart. I want to put Justicar Trueheart in one of the decks for sure that I'm gonna be playing. So that's gonna be kind of fun to try out and stuff. I'll probably put in a couple arena clips and stuff, we'll edit it in and things like that. And all the while, I'll be talking about TGT and things and all that stuff. And we'll also have a highlight in the same, a separate video of the pack openings or TGT hits. And that's going to come later in the day, actually on that day, because, like I said before in the video, that day is the first day of school for me, which really stinks. But, I'm still excited for TGT, even if it is on, like, one of the worst days possible for me. And, yeah. How do I do this? I think this is the best play. Is that immunity? No. Is it counterspell? No. Okay. So, I'm still super excited for it. And so that's going to be coming later in the day, on the day TGT hits. And, because I have school, and so I don't get home from school until around 4:15 to 4:20. So I'm going to have to record all these clips, so that means I'm not going to be done recording until about 6. And then after all that's done, I'm going to have to edit them, and so I'll probably not be up until around 8 or 9 that night. So I'm going to have to be working my butt off that day to get that up for you. Let's get this. Well, I also got this new bracelet. It's not new, actually. I've had it for a while. It's really cool, if you can see. I don't know where you can buy them. You can kind of look it up, maybe. Basically, these cool little bracelets. And you take these things right here. Let the camera see it. You can take these things right here, and you fit them into this. and so you can like mix and match them, and then you can put like these little bands here. Like I went on vacation in Ohio once, and that's where I got this. So I don't know where I can buy them, but they're pretty cool. Sell out, boys. Oh man, I can yellow dim guard and hope we don't discard the dark bomb. I don't think there's any way to board clear. What is this? Maybe this spell. It has to be spellbender or duplicate. Spellbender duplicate. Okay, so let's see. It's vaporize. Okay. 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 I think I'm just gonna tap. Tap Reno. Yeah, these bands are really cool. I've been wearing it around now. As I got it a couple years ago when I went to Ohio, and then I just left it sitting around on my desk for a long time. So, I'm wearing it now. That's pretty cool. Arena with TGT. This is a cool topic. I think Arena with TGT, what I hope is it becomes way less tempo based. What I think is going to happen is it is going to become more tempo based, which kind of stinks a little bit, but, you know, I mean, it's Arena, it's still going to be fun, so I'm not that worried about what's going to end up happening. I think one of the most hyped Arena cards, for me at least, is going to be the North Sea Kraken. Is that the name of it? I think that's the name of it, the North Sea Kraken. And the North Sea Kraken is really, really interesting. It's not the best card coming out in TGT for Arena, but I think it is going to be a very interesting one to kind of follow and look at, because when TGT hits, that card is going to become one of the premier common cards, because it is a common. And in Arena, the main cards you're going to be getting are going to be common cards, and so it's going to be, you're going to see it a lot, and that's why I'm quite hyped about it, and I think it's going to be a pretty interesting card to watch out for. I think that we are going to Dark Bomb. I think we tap first. Okay, we got to Dark Bomb you. Hit those two into that. And then Hellfire, and hope you can't kill us. This mage. This mage's deck is really good, by the way, did I mention that? This mage's deck is really good. Probably just like get a Frostbolt, ping, the next turn ping me. What is it, a Fireball? It's a Roaming Blade. First thing. Sweet. This is what I wanted. Magic detected. So we're going to be at 4 health. So I don't know. I think we have an anti-killbot in this deck, actually, so we need to draw that. Pretty bad. Assuming he can't kill us this turn. Okay, we have BGH in this deck. I think we might. So now we need to draw a BGH. Tap. Okay. We lose unless we can turn this 4-drop into a Tazdingo. This has to become a Tazdingo. Okay. We lose. Whew. Two more games. Might have to play some constructed zoo or something if we can't get this to work. So did we have a BGH? No, we don't have BGH actually. That was in another Warlock deck. And we don't have a heal bot either. That must have also been another Warlock deck. Okay. And there was no way we could win. I guess we could have drawn. Did we recombobulate? No, that was in the other game. So we could have drawn Priestess alone. That was the game-winning play. Ooh, a book I've been reading. I've been reading a new book because I finished my other one. I'm a book reader, and the new one I'm reading is called The Martian. There's a movie coming out for it. You should definitely look up the trailer. I'm probably gonna go see it. It's basically about a guy who is on a spaceship on Mars, and there's a big dust storm, so they evac everybody. And he's evacuating, and the giant rock smacks him in the face, and he flies away into the dust storm, and they have to leave without him or else they're all gonna die. And he ends up surviving, and he has to survive on Mars until the people come back to save him. It's a pretty good book, I think. It's got a lot of technical, it's a lot of botany stuff in it, plant life. So, if you're into that kind of school stuff, like I am, and maybe the book for you, because I like it. So, maybe you will too. We don't get a 3-drop. I'm just gonna not coin the Haunted Creeper, because I don't want to have nothing to play on turn 3. I mean, yes, we have the Dark Bomb. Yeah, I guess I will coin the Haunted Creeper. I mean, we can Dark Bomb on turn 2 or turn 3 and Dire Wolf Alpha whenever we need to. It's good. Boom. MSG 360 no scope. Okay, so that worked out well, didn't it? Even though we didn't have a 3-drop. Probably play a 3-drop now, and we can just, like, trade stuff from Dark Bomb. What do you know? That was a weird noise that I just made. I was like, I was like. Oh, I gotta show you guys this. This is my new tableside friend. This is Mr. Cat. I don't have a name for him yet, but he is my tableside friend forever alone. He doesn't have batteries in right now, but basically he's one of these like Japanese cats, and his hand is supposed to go like that when you have battery in. And it is awesome. I like it. He's kind of like a metronome. He's like a cat metronome. That's what he's like. It's exactly what he's like. Oh, that's funny. That is a really nice Frostwolf Warlord. I can't help it, man. I can't help it. Hopefully he trades. That is like the perfect synergy. Like, the worst thing that could happen right now is a blizzard. That is the absolute nightmare. The absolute nightmare. Woo! Happy I dodged that one. And I'm serious. This guy just made a misplay. And if he hits face, that is still a big misplay. One off. Didn't kill my dragon man. My direwolf. Oof. disaster. Here, this may actually end up working for us. See, we just do that, do that, do that. This guy's 0 mana. This is 2 mana. And we have board. See, that worked out. Let me just hit it. Kaboom, and we win. We win, we win. We win, we win, we win. Oh, another thing. So I've been swimming a lot because it's really hot where I live right now, and so one of the my favorite things to do is swim, obviously, since it's so hot. And so one of the things I've been doing is trying to find a good pair of goggles, because my goggles, they stink, they leak all the time. And they're saying just open your eyes underwater. Well, I have really sensitive eyes, and they sting underwater. So I don't do that, and I wear goggles instead. And I've been looking for a good pair, and I just found this really good, like, brand, US Diver. And they're like these scuba diving goggles. They're supposed to be used for scuba diving, but they're apparently also really, really good in the pool, so you can use them for both. And so one of the times I was over at my friend's house, he had one of these pairs. This is actually where I found out about these US Diver scuba diving goggles. And I'm going to keep this 3-drop. So he was wearing them, and I was like, dude, those are really cool. And he was like, yeah, you should try them. They're really awesome underwater. And I was like, okay. And of course, I didn't have any goggles because all mine leaky, and those are just like his only pair. And he only uses those because they're so good. And so he lets me try them on, and you don't even have to, like, I put them on, and they were kind of loose, and I was like, should I tighten it or not? Because he's bigger than me, obviously, because I'm, like, small. Because I'm 13, and I'm, like, 4, 5.5. Thumbs up. So I tried them on, and I was like, should I tighten these or not? And he was like, oh, no, it's fine. They never had a problem with tightening it or anything. I was like, okay. And so I put them on and went underwater, and I guess the pressure of the water or something sucks them in. Because the second you go underwater, no water leaks in. The only time water will leak in is if you look up, and that's why I think it's the pressure. Okay? And so, he was like, wow, they're really cool, right? And I was like, yeah. And the thing about these goggles is, they're so clear underwater, like, they're scuba diving goggles, and that's why they're so clear, because normally if you, like, have normal goggles in the water, they aren't really that clear at all. It's very murky under there, so that's why these are they're like this, because they're scuba diving goggles, and they're meant for scuba diving. And I believe he got them in Florida one time when he was off on vacation or something. And so, the point is, these goggles were really, really good. They were, like, so clear I could see across. Like, if I went to a lap swimming pool, I could probably see to the bottom of, like, the 30-foot part of the pool, Like, they were extremely clear. And, so yeah, I'm gonna go buy a pair of those sometime today. That'll be fun. Cult Master could be a good play next turn. He plays like a 4 health minion. He plays a Lost Tall Strider. Could be really good. That's pretty good. That is really good. That is not going to be used, because we have Cult Master. Drawing. Cult Master 2 OP 5 me. 3 OP 5 me. That's how you see it. We can clear this dude, but it also clears our Cult Master, so I'd rather do this. Oh, what was that? Boop. And then we can Dread Infernal. The probably turn after he has to remove this with his Frost Ellie. And unless he has Flame Strike, then I'll just Dark Realm and Void Caller. Then I'll just Dark Realm Void Caller. Tap Reno. I am Tap Reno instead of Novice Engineer. I'd rather save the Novice Engineer for when I'm lower if he ever gets the lead. Because we can afford to like lose a little bit of tempo right now because we have so much right now. But we can, later in the game, we won't be able to tap because we'll be so low if he ever gets ahead. And also want the body to get the board advantage. And so that's why I'm doing that like I am. The Wong. Could have played the Doom Guard. I didn't. We have another Void Caller in our deck. So. Shields up. King Boss is too good. I can play an MC Tech is fine. Vaporize. I could only imagine. No. That's a first. Like now is a better time to play it. Guess we can tap. Can we tap? We can tap. Come on, we can tap. This is not Unity. Maybe it's Counterspell. If that's Counterspell, I'm a happy man. I'm just gonna play more taunts. There's our other Void Call. That's a nice draw. Actually, this guy has all classic cards. Either he thinks classic cards look good and doesn't want to use any of the cool new ones, or this is his first season playing. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to know because I can't see a lot of his misplays. I can't see his hand or anything. Not hacking. Please get a spell. No. Should we yellow it? Counterspell? Dang, man. I wish it would have been a Spellbender so that I could have gotten that Spellbender value. Okay. We risked it for the biscuit and it did not pay off. Oh no. Snipe it. Snipe it, snipe it, snipe it, snipe it, snipe it. Snipe it, snipe it, snipe it, snipe it, snipe it, snipe it. Boom. He's not going to have another Flame Strike plus spell damage in his hand. Just like, you know, I'm not going to tap because he could have like some weird Fireball, Frostbolt shenanigans, and we don't need to tap. We're already pressuring him, so it's not needed. Might as well play it safe. Shredder, not a ping. And a Kazon. Works really well against Warlock, I've heard. It's the ultimate hand lock counter. Kazon Mystic. Kappa. And we got the quest, guys. So that is going to be it for today. I will be posting a new video this coming Monday when TDT comes out. And I will see all you guys then. Have a great day. Bye!